They built their home together, stone by stone, heart by heart. But one tiny seed of doubt was all it took to destroy everything they'd built with love. This is the story of Finn and Lila, two penguins who teach us that sometimes love doesn't fail because of distance, but because of disbelief. In the far white lands of the South, where the sky kisses the snow and the sea glows blue, lived a young penguin named Finn. Finn was known for one thing, his patience. While other penguins chased after fish or played by the ice cliffs, Finn spent his days collecting pebbles, small, shiny ones that sparkled under the sunlight. He wasn't collecting them for fun. He was building something for someone. That someone was Lila, a gentle penguin with bright eyes and a laugh that sounded like ocean waves. When Finn met her during the nesting season, he promised her one thing: "I'll build us the safest nest in all of the colony." Lila smiled, "And I'll fill it with warmth." And so, together, they began. Two penguins in love, building a future one pebble at a time. Days turned into weeks. Their nest grew tall and sturdy, a small masterpiece made of smooth white stones. Every morning, Finn would bring a new pebble, and every evening, Lila would arrange them, humming softly as the pink light of sunset touched their little home. The other penguins admired them. "Look at Finn and Lila," they'd say. "That's what love looks like." And it truly was. Because even in the harshest winds, they stayed side by side, protecting their nest, their dreams, their love. Until one day, everything began to change. A long winter storm hit the land, one of the worst the colony had ever seen. For days, snow fell endlessly. The sea froze over, food became scarce. Finn had to travel far to find fish. "I'll be back soon," he told Lila, pressing his beak gently against hers. "Take care of our nest." But the storm lasted longer than anyone expected. Days turned into weeks, weeks into a month, and Finn didn't return. Lila waited, day after day, staring at the frozen horizon. Other penguins whispered behind her back, "Maybe he's gone. Maybe he found another. Why wait for someone who isn't coming back?" At first, she ignored them, but as the wind howled louder, their words began to echo inside her heart. "What if he really left me? What if I was a fool to believe?" And that's how it began. The first tiny crack in what once was unshakable trust. Then, one evening, after 40 long days, Finn returned. Weary, thin, but his eyes still shining. He rushed toward their nest, carrying fish and a few new pebbles. "Lila!" he cried out, "I'm back!" But when he reached their nest, something was missing. Lila was there, but her side of the nest was empty, and beside her stood another male penguin, tall and proud. Finn froze. "Lila, what's this?" She turned away, her voice trembling. "I thought you were gone, Finn. I waited, but they said you wouldn't come back." The snow fell quietly between them. The other penguin looked at Finn and said, "She needed someone. You were gone too long." Finn's heart shattered. He dropped the fish, the pebbles, everything he'd carried across the frozen miles. "Lila, I never stopped coming back. You just stopped believing I would." He turned away, tears freezing on his feathers. That night, the storm returned, stronger than before. Winds tore through the colony, nests scattered, ice cracked open. Lila tried to protect what was left of her home, but it was no use. The nest she rebuilt with a new penguin collapsed under the snow. She stood there, alone, watching the waves swallow the stones she and Finn had once placed together, piece by piece. In that moment, she realized something painful. Love doesn't die when people leave. It dies when we stop believing they'll come back. When spring finally came, Finn had built a new nest, far from the colony. He worked alone, quietly, not bitter, but wiser. And one morning, as the sun rose over the melting ice, Lila approached. Her eyes were soft, filled with regret. "I was wrong," she whispered. "You didn't leave me. I left us." Finn looked at her gently. "Love isn't just about building something together, Lila. It's about protecting it, even when storms make you doubt." She nodded, tears glistening. But some lessons come too late. They stood in silence as the waves touched the shore, and the world moved on. You see, in life, doubt is like ice. It starts as something small, a chill in the heart, but if we let it grow, it can freeze everything love once kept warm. Trust isn't built in the sunshine, it's built in the storm, because when we start questioning the hearts that love us, we don't just lose them, we lose ourselves. So hold on, believe, even when it's hard, because real love, like a penguin's promise, is meant to last beyond the winter.